It's Sports Frenzy! Sports Frenzy!
We welcome you to Sports Frenzy, and before we get on with our show, we would like to give a salute to the legendary hockey man, Gordie Howe. So please join us for our 10-bell salute to Gordie Howe.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Come on.
I was working on getting the picture, actually. I got a picture here to put up. Gordie, your presence will be missed in Hockey Town, but you will forever live on in the heart and soul of all of us and all the Pistons fans, hockey fans everywhere. All of Detroit.
Yes. The big move right now is for the new arena to be named, which I actually read somebody had written on there that they think it should be called the Gordie Howe Arena, presented by Little Caesars, which I thought was it's got a nice catchy ring to it. You still get the Little Caesar endorsement, but then you're still honoring a great legend like Gordie Howe. So
Right.
So and then Wayne Gretzky, who, I don't know if you guys know this, but his number 99 is retired throughout the entire NHL. So that's why in the whole NHL you never see anybody wearing 99, is because in honor of Wayne Gretzky, it's been retired. Well, Wayne Gretzky was saying that Gordie Howe's number should be retired throughout the entire NHL also. So number 9 would be retired too.
9 and 99, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, Wayne Gretzky says the reason he wore 99 was in honor of Gordie Howe.
Very cool indeed. That'll be awesome. So hopefully they get that done, and hopefully the NHL is smart enough and they listen to that and do it. So,
Well, it's not the NHL, it's the Illiches.
oh,
Is it?
really?
Yep, the Illiches own Little Caesars, and so it'd be the Illiches who would, I think, choose to do that. So
Oh, okay. So if the Illiches choose to do that, then how do they get it done so everybody in the league will do it?
oh, you mean the retiring of number 9?
Yeah.
Oh, that has. Oh, okay, that has to be done by the NHL. That does.
Okay.
Yeah, that would come down from the NHL. I thought you were talking about the naming of the arena.
Gretzky's trying to get it done across the board, right? He wants.
Well, he's not trying to get it done. He just suggested it, or that's what he stated. So we'll see if it happens. Hopefully it will. But
So we are. Sorry we had to come with you guys on the air with bad news, but I mean, he's a very important figure in our sports life, and we wanted to make sure we honored him on our show, as he deserved that special honor. And, folks, it is the final episode of the season, believe it or not. Season 6 is coming to an end. We are currently on Season 6, Episode 34, as Jamie was mentioning to me before we went on the air. We were actually doing one less episode than we did last year. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all good.
no, not at all.
But
Not at all.
yes, and oh man, what a difference a year makes, huh?
Yes.
All kinds of changes this season.
Yes.
Just in a short span of time, we went from being a late night show to Jamie getting a day job and
Shoot, this is probably the earliest we've ever shot. It's only 6 o'clock at night right now, so.
There was one other time we tried to do an early shoot, but we were both having technical difficulties that day. Go figure, technical difficulties. I can't remember when it was. I think it was a night you were off work or something, and we tried to do an early shoot.
I think it was a Sunday. It would have been a recap show.
Oh, yeah. It's like your computer wasn't working, my stuff wasn't screwing
I
up
think
on
Skype was down.
That's what it was.
Skype was lagging, so we tried to shoot and like we were
Yeah, it was horrible. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah. So steady progress of the show. Things are changing, as you can see over there. Jamie's a little tired as he hasn't adapted to his day schedule yet.
Yep. I'm trying to go to bed early, so I'm gonna try to go to bed even earlier tonight. So
How are things going with the new job there, Rose?
it's going good. Been having a lot of trainings lately, and so I've been in a lot of meetings and different trainings and whatnot. But it's a different pace, and so I'm trying to pick up on my duties and the things I need to do. So it's just going to be a little transition. So
We'll get. I guarantee you, by the time we get into the next season, Rose will have more energy again. Yeah, I've seen this guy on first shift. He does have a decent amount of energy.
I've been on second for 8 years. So, but
On top of everything else, we also have the recap show for you because Jamie was on vacation with his lovely wife. So
yes.
we waited, and I thought about it, and I'm like, just like we've both discussed, it's not as fun when we do it by ourselves.
No.
So we just wait.
So, but yeah, we went to Mackinac Island and it was gorgeous up there and had a wonderful time, and the vacation went by too quick. So I got a couple more vacations this summer. July, I'm going in the UP for about a week up there with my wife's family, and they rent cottages and all hang out up there, kind of like a yearly family reunion. And then in August, I will be at Cedar Point for about a week. Staying on the island and the cottages there too, actually.
Cedar Point for a week? You're doing a week at Cedar Point?
About a week, Sunday to Thursday.
Wow.
So it's more like by the time we get down there and the time we leave, it'll probably be like 3.5 days. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to it though. So
I expect a Sports Frenzy commercial from Cedar Point. Like going down a roller coaster or something.
Good idea, actually. I was kind of thinking of something along that lines. Welcome to Sports Friends!
Just don't drop your phone, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, cool. Currently, I have no vacation plans. I'm just going to be working probably.
Nothing wrong with that. Making the money.
I do have my pool out back, so I'll be doing some swimming and some family time, and then off season we'll be prepping with our one of our directors of editing, Isaac, and probably starting to discuss a little bit what we want to see for next season as far as our opening credits and stuff go. Who knows? It may stay the same, or I might have him do something completely different.
Yeah.
We have our composer friend now. I was going to write his name down, totally forgot to do that, but we give him credit at the end of our show. We want to thank him for just providing us with music, open, free music that YouTube won't edit.
Yeah, we just have to give credit, and that's what we do. So
Thank you. We thank him so much for that. We just want to continue to thank all the fans out there for their continued support and love. And yes, so we'll get you through the recap part of our show here, and then we'll do some more talking.
good deal. This was this past week there. So Tim and I tied 16 apiece. So that means this week we share the belts. Cheers, bud.
That's right. Forever and ever.
I think your belt is the size of my screen down there.
I
You're
saw it rattling when I hit it.
like crushed my screen there.
Saw all your stuff falling in your room there, your house. And, I tapped it a little too hard.
Like, hit me over the head with the title belt. All right, we have opening us up with a little MLL lacrosse. We have the Charlotte Hounds over the Boston Cannons, 17-14. The New York Lizards over the Atlanta Blaze, 17-16 in overtime. The Florida Launch get their first victory over the year over the Denver Outlaws. Florida wins 19-16. The Rochester Rattlers defeat the Chesapeake Bayhawks 18-8. Arena football.
I'll take the arena football. I want to get some stuff in there tonight too. Might as well.
Sure.
All right, let's do some arena football. We have the Philadelphia Soul over the LA Kiss, 73-37. We have the Jacksonville Sharks over the Tampa Bay Storm, 67-34. The Orlando Predators over the Cleveland Gladiators, 59-56. And the Arizona Rattlers over the Portland Steel, 76-49.
Minor League Baseball, we have the West Michigan Whitecaps over the Lansing Lugnuts, 11-3. And the Rochester Red Wings squeak by the Toledo Mud Hens, 6-5.
I tell you what, Rose, the Whitecaps are an impressive ball team. They are really good.
Yes.
I've been actually listening to them on the TuneIn radio app. All you gotta do is throw up the name, just throw it Michigan Whitecaps, West Michigan Whitecaps. Gives you like the radio station right there that listens right to their network. And so at night when I'm relaxing out by the pool or whatever, I've been throwing up the games and listening to them. And man, those guys are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were impressive the game I went to. So
they're actually doing kind of better than the Tigers and the Mud Hens combined right now.
Yep.
So that's a lot of future Tiger talent right there, folks. All right, I guess I'll take this next one.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was still just talking about the baseball team because I actually like becoming a pretty good fan of the Michigan Whitecaps now. All right, we have Golden State over the Cleveland Cavaliers. This made the series
3-1.
Okay, 3-1 and 1-97, and we'll be talking more about them tonight or later on in the show tonight. And congratulations to the Pittsburgh Penguins, who Jamie predicted and called it, wrapped up the series. 3-1 to be crowned the champions this year. And did you hear? We posted an article to maybe you didn't see that because you were on vacation at that point. I posted and then go to the Facebook page that apparently the trophy was damaged in the process of hitting it.
Oh, really? Somebody dropped it, huh?
Must be, because it had, when it showed them holding it up, apparently it had some damage to it.
Oh, man. That's happened before, I think. So I think they'll just get in the body shop there and tap it out. I'm sure they have experts.
It was you that was telling me they have, what, like 3 of those?
Yeah. One in the NHL Hall of Fame, one that travels the country for, like, colleges and for it just tours the country, and then the one that is specifically for the players to hold up when they win it. So
is all 3 of them the same trophy? Is it all Lord Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
And so when they present them with the cup, do they get all 3? Like, are they presented with all 3 cups just to make it like?
No, just the one. The
Okay.
one at the NHL Hall of Fame, that stays there. That's in a case. So when you go to the NHL Hall of Fame, you can get your picture with it. There's the one that travels like, for instance, when was that? I have a picture of me standing right by it at Frickers and Adrian. That's the one that tours the country. And then there's the one specifically just for the players. Because actually what happens now in the off season is every player and every coach and every person part of the Pittsburgh Penguins organization, I believe they get a couple nights with the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And so they get to, do whatever they want with it. So if a lot of them will, okay, hey, I'm going to take it to my hometown, or I'm going to take it on vacation with me, or, whatever. So by the time every player gets their time with the cup, the season's about to start back up. So
the cup that goes around with the players probably isn't as good a quality cup as the real cup.
Well, the one, like, for instance, probably the best looking one is the one that's in the NHL Hall of Fame.
Right.
Because
do you think that's the original one, probably, that's in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I don't know which one the original one is. I think they're exact copies of both of them. So they're all made the same way and whatnot. So
We'll have to look, we'll have to do a history of the Stanley Cup and see, like, which one, if the real one is even still in circulation, and which one is actually the original. Because I'm sure they haven't done this always.
yeah, no.
At one time in it, there had to be just one cup, I'm sure.
Well, if you look at the Stanley Cup and you see the top part of it there, and it's actually like the bowl. That's when the NHL first started. That was the Stanley Cup, just like that bowl.
Oh, okay.
But then over time, they've had to, because what they do is each year a team wins the Stanley Cup, so they add names to the Stanley Cup. Well, I'm sure there's teams that I'm sure not every team is on there now, because the Stanley Cup probably now would be the size of my couch, which isn't feasible to hold up.
Right.
So they probably take off a ring and then put on a different ring. They probably change out sections of it, I would think, because to hold up a Stanley Cup that's the size of my couch is not feasible. As it is, the Stanley Cup weighs. I'll have to look on one of the breaks here to find out how much it weighs, but it's a heavy. It's not a light cup. It's a.
Did you get to touch it when you were there? Touch it, I forget.
No, there were. I think there was a couple people ahead of me that put their hand on it, and if I remember correctly, the Stanley Cups have bodyguards. So the guy, and they're in charge of polishing it and keeping it prestige and keeping it safe and whatnot. But that they
some guy comes up, checks you with a stick.
Also, for instance, there was some guy that put his hand on there, and the guy was like, "Don't touch it. Don't touch the cup." He's so then he after the guy left, he made an announcement: "Please do not touch the Stanley Cup. Just stand by it, get your picture, and move
along.
Yeah, exactly. Because there was a long line. So, anyways, moving into some soccer.
History of the Stanley Cup with our hockey expert, Jamie Rose.
That's right. I'll find out how much it weighs here in a minute. Switzerland defeats Albion, or how do you say that? Albion? Albania. 1-0, Switzerland wins. Team USA defeats
In what? What they win in?
soccer.
There
I
you
said
go.
soccer.
Did you? I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah, I said soccer. USA defeats Paraguay 1-0.
On to our baseball games of that week. We have the Tigers getting a win over the Yankees 6-1, and the LA Angels getting a win over the Cleveland Indians 4-3.
The Washington Nationals defeat the Philadelphia Phillies 8-0.
LA Roger Dodgers get a win over the Giants 3-2. And the Chicago Cubs, while Rose is looking up some stuff there, get a win over the Atlanta Braves 8-2.
Oh, we forgot to tell that the Golden State Warriors game was your 3-point bonus game.
Oh, shoot, we did. Yes.
The other LA Dodgers game there is your other 3-point bonus game.
That's
right. The Chicago Cubs defeat the Atlanta Braves 8-2. And my squeaker of a game of the week was The St. Louis Cardinals defeat the Pittsburgh Army Mighty Pirates 9-3.
NASCAR winner of the week was Joey Logano, and second place was Chase Elliott, and third place was Larson. What's his first name?
Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson.
Kyle. I don't know why I was thinking Greg Larson. I don't know. Anyway, those are your picks from last week. Rose is finding out about the trophy weight for us here.
Yeah. Well, since that was a little bit of a process, how about we take a wonderful commercial break? I don't know what do we got? I'm going to open us up for some arena football.
Football.
Arena football. Football.
You know, that is just such a short intro there. It cracks me up. But this was probably not. While we were gone away, found out some more information for you guys so you know the height and the weight of it. The current Stanley Cup, topped with a copy of the original bowl, is made of a silver and nickel alloy. It has a height of 35.25 inches and weighs 34.5 pounds. So if you picture going to the gym and grabbing a 35-pound dumbbell weight and picking it up and holding it over your head, that's how much it is. But then you got to remember, you're talking about, probably about that big. It's not an easy thing to pick up. So.
Right.
But.
So, don't be touching it and don't be knocking it over.
That's right. Even though it has been knocked over and dented before, so they'll fix it. But, all right. Oh, Tim, guess what?
What? We're starting off with a 3-point bonus game. It's our first and final 3-point bonus game of the season. Yes, it is. It is our first and our final 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is.
Yes. Well, we have one more 3-point bonus game, Tim.
Well, we do, but it's the final 3-point bonus game of the season.
It is.
I was going with that.
And we're entering into some arena football. This game is on Friday at 10 p.m. on ESPN. And we have the 9 wins, 2 losses the Philadelphia Soul.
I feel a little bit like the Wyatts when we play that.
That kind of was Wyatt-esque. They're playing the 8 wins, 3 losses, the Arizona Rattlers. And I lost my rattles. There it is. There's too many sound effects. Just too many sound effects,
He
Tim.
lost his rattle.
I'm going with the Soul.
Well, I've got the soul as well. All right, next up we have a Saturday game for you, 7 o'clock on CBS. This is the 9 wins, 2 losses, the Orlando Predators. They are traveling to the 5 wins and 5 losses, the Jacksonville Sharks. And yes, I did remember to print the correct sheets this week. It did not go to garbage mail.
Good job, Tim. I'm going Predators.
I'm going Predators as well. One thing we didn't tell you guys about, we have a shortened sheet schedule this week. There was a lot of things that just weren't there, being that it's the final show of the season.
Well, NHL's done now. NBA's almost done. It's possibly going to be done tonight. So we just had slim pickings, so it's the end of the season.
We were talking about kind of like, well, geez, what are we going to do for our final show? And we always tried to come up with something huge for you guys. And then all of a sudden, Rose texts me back and he goes, he called me for this one. He goes, there isn't even NASCAR this week.
Yeah. Next up, this is a Saturday game at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN3. We have the 4 wins, 6 loss, the LA Kiss.
With the David Lee Roth scream.
Yes, as always. Versus the 1 win, 9 losses, the Tampa Bay Storm. I love that you kept that logo.
Yeah, you said we wanted to, so I did.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, let's face it, the Tampa Bay Storm isn't really worth a nice professional logo with a 1 win, 9 loss record. I'm going LA Kiss.
These guys probably make more money than you and I combined, and they only got 1 win. I've got the LA Kiss as well. All right, our next game is a Saturday game as well. 10 o'clock, you can watch this on ESPN3. It is featuring the talents of the 5 wins and 6 losses, the Cleveland Gladiators. They are traveling to the 1 win and 9 losses, the Portland Steel.
That's all they get.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Gladiators.
I've got to go with the Gladiators as well.
Moving into some MLL lacrosse. We have, this is a Saturday game at 4:30 p.m. Still haven't figured out where you can watch this yet. You can watch this on the 2 win, or you can watch it. It is the 2 wins, 4 losses, the Atlanta Blaze, which I still don't have a sound effect for them. This is the 6 win, 2 losses, the Ohio Machine. Almost sounds like horses, like trotting or something.
You would know that sound.
I do. I'm going the Machine.
I can't stand much of Ohio, but I don't have many choice here. Got to go with the Machine as well. All right, next up, this is a 7 o'clock game. This is also a Saturday game. We have the 4 wins and 3 losses. The Charlotte Hounds. Release the dogs. And they are traveling to the might as well be grounded 1 win and 6 losses, the Florida Launch.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I just totally failed counting down from 10. I was trying to do it with my fingers, and I'm all like, I can't count down.
What finger am I holding up now?
How do I count down from 10? I'm going the Hounds.
I've got the Hounds as well.
The Hounds of Justice.
That's right.
Ooh, my.
Oh.
Enough of that. Does that thing even squeak anymore?
Yeah, I just haven't used it in a while.
Oh. My squeaker game of the week is a Saturday game at 7 p.m. The 4 wins, 4 losses, the Boston Cannons.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Doc. I gotta get the pictures up here.
They're heading to the 5 wins, 1 losses, the New York Lizard. I'm going the New York Lizards.
Give me the New York Lizards as well. All right. Next up, we have another Saturday game. This is at 7:30. It features the talents of the 3 wins and 3 losses, the Rochester Rattlers. And they are traveling to the 2 wins and 5 losses, the Yeehaw!
Denver Outlaws. Yeehaw! I'm going with those Rattlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim just says yeah.
Well, I mean, neither one of these records are really worth talking about.
Yeah, no.
But hey, somebody's gonna come away a winner.
Ooh.
Pull that one out in a while. I kind of stopped using that once my wife kind of informed me that, yeah, right, somebody is going to come out a winner.
We know what you mean, Tim. Moving into some minor league baseball. This is a Friday game at 7:05 p.m. And you can watch this on the MILB TV.
You can also just type in their name on the Tuning In radio app and pull up their games as well on the radio.
Well, this is the Mud Hen, so it's also, what, 12:30 or 12:40 a.m.?
I think it's 12:40.
12:40 a.m. You can watch it on, too. We have the 38 wins, 27 losses, the Rochester Red Wings. They're heading to the 28 wins, 36 losses, the Toledo Mud Hens. Got to go with the Mud Hens.
These guys play earlier in the season already?
Well, they played last week, but last week I think they were opposite. So I think,
Okay, that's what I thought, because I'm like, dang, this feels like deja vu.
yep. Well, it's going to feel like deja vu the next pick too, Tim.
That's what I was thinking also. I was beginning to think at first I had to really look at my sheets, because I kept thinking, did I print the wrong sheets again?
Nope, they're flipping. So last week the Toledo Mud Hens were away and the Rochester Red Wings were home. Now the Mud Hens are home and the Red Wings are away, and the same thing's going to happen now with the Whitecaps.
Right on. So this next game is a Friday night game, or tonight game as well. It is at 7:05. You can watch it on the MILB.TV network, or you can listen to it on several different affiliate channels, or you can just go to TuneIn app again and type in whoever you like. Actually, you can get the Michigan Whitecaps version of it, or I found out you can actually get the Lansing Lugnuts version of it too. It just depends on who you like. So I always, of course, type in the Michigan Whitecaps. The West Michigan Whitecaps, who have 37 wins and 25 losses. These guys are red hot. They are an awesome young team of baseball players. They are traveling to the 33 wins, 31 losses, the Lansing Lugnuts.
I'm going Whitecaps.
I've got the Whitecaps as well.
Well, since we only have one more intro left we can play, roll the Major League Baseball intro.
Peanuts! Get your peanuts!
Cracker Jacks.
Lollipops!
Lollipops.
Candy, cotton candy! Alright, it's the final time of the season you actually have to hear me do this. So we can get Rose in on this one. Let's see if we can fine tune this song. Me. You're not tuning up, Rose?
Me.
All right, here we go. Everybody now, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the park. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if we ever come back, so it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game. Yeah! We nailed it.
I'm sure you noticed I really wasn't singing through most of it.
Really? No, we didn't notice at all, Rose.
Anyways, Major League Baseball, this game is a Saturday game at 8:15 p.m., and you can watch it on Fox. We have the 33 wins, 31 losses, your Detroit Tigers. They're heading to Kansas City.
Where's our Tiger sound effects? Why don't we have any Tiger sound effects?
I know. I gotta ask Blaze sound effect, Tiger sound effect. I could really almost use this one.
I was thinking that.
The Predator. This one.
That sounds like the old, kind of like the old tiger that's in this picture here when he's crushing the net.
Well, I'll add a Tiger sound effect for next season.
School tiger right there.
Perfect. All right. They're heading to Kansas City to face the Royals. 34 wins, 30 losses. I got my Tigers.
I got the Tigers as well.
Some shoot.
Three points. 3 points. 3 points. Bonus game.
It was a little scary on that one, Tim. I'm a little afraid right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Part of the season, man. I had to really get into it.
Thought I was at a rock concert.
I can still headbang with the best of them.
I'm glad you can. My head can't take that kind of stuff.
Well, I pay for it later, but.
Just a little leave, you'll be okay.
This is in a Sunday game at 8 o'clock, 8:08 to be exact, on ESPN. So this could technically delay the recap show.
Oh. Got to remember, Tim, we got pro wrestling.
Oh, yes, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Think McFly, think.
So Rose was thinking about this one. We have the 33 wins and 31 losses are the Pittsburgh Pirates are. They be traveling to the 44 wins and 19 losses are the Chicago Cubs are.
I got the Cubbies.
Yeah, I got the Cubs as well.
Well, if the Cubbies keep up with this, I could see them winning the World Series possibly.
Oh,
Knock on wood.
Yeah, we're hoping the Tigers will turn their season around.
Oh, and so you know what that means? We have a WWE pay-per-view this Sunday.
Yes, we do. We have no racing for you guys this week. We have one sheet of games, and we have a pay-per-view.
Yes, for whatever reason this week, and there's no NASCAR. The next race is June 26th is your next race. Don't know where it's at. I forgot to write that one down. But a little sound effect. We have, this is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Money, money, money. It is Sunday at 8 p.m. on Lot, and it is in Las Vegas.
Bling, bling.
Which makes sense for money, money, money. We have, for the World Heavyweight title, we have Roman Reigns.
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just the guy.
Versus Seth Rollins.
Whine, 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 whine. Oh, whiner. I got hurt and lost my title. Man.
I think Roman Reigns is going to hold on to the title.
Yeah, I do too. I think something's going to happen there. Not sure what, but.
And next up, we have You Can't See Me, John Cena versus
Nobody said we can't make the sound effects.
versus AJ Styles.
Could throw the pyro up there.
That's all I had. Oh boy, I got
Pyro's tied into the NHL stuff, so.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about this one.
I think I'm gonna go with Cena just because he's been away for so long. His first pay-per-view back.
I think you're right, yeah, because he's starting to win the crowd over again. AJ's kind of considered a traitor at this point.
Yep. And your last match is, I know there's a lot of guys here, but just, circle the guy's head you want to win or circle their name however you want to. We have Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho versus Sami Zayn versus Alberto Del Rio versus Cesaro versus Kevin Owens. I'm going Sami Zayn.
Rose and I have been discussing this off camera about, and we posted this to the Frenzy page if anybody wants to. They are really going to push Sami Zayn, apparently. I hope they're not going to push him so much that they're going to have him like grow out his hair and beard too.
Oh, jeez, I hope not.
Anyway, they want him to be the next.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan. I don't know why it's probably because I always call him Yes Man, but they want him to be the next. So I think he's going to win it. My top picks for winning it would be him, or I mean, I would really rather see Dean Ambrose or my boy Kevin Owens win it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be Sami Zayn now that they're giving him the push.
Yep.
I'm wondering if that's a Vince move, that he wants him pushed now.
I don't know. Well, the crowd's really been digging him, though, so.
Did we got any other featured matches at this pay-per-view, Rose?
Not that I can think of. Let me pull it up quick.
Sorry, we don't call them divas anymore. Is there a women's championship match?
There's something. One sec.
We know there's something. Let's run down the card for our wrestling fans.
I don't know why. When I type in WWE.com, it says that their page is down right now.
Really?
WWE Money in the Bank. But when I go through Google, I'll pull it up. Yes, it does. Works that way. Our link's down right now. We have a New Day meets New Era in a fatal four-way tag match. It's the Von Villains versus Swaft versus the Bullet Club there versus New Day for the tag titles. Cena versus Alberto, we covered that. Kickoff show we have Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. And your other kickoff show, I believe, Ziggler versus Baron Corbin.
Oh, really? Because, man, we haven't seen those in too many of the kickoff shows yet.
Looks like we have Charlotte versus Natalya again, except this time we have Dana in Charlotte's corner and Becky Lynch in Natalya's corner. I think that's it for matches. Yep, that's it.
Probably not the best pay-per-view we've ever seen, but
No.
probably won't be even as good as the NXT TakeOver was. What was your opinion on that pay-per-view, Rose?
It was decent, good matches.
Were you surprised the Demon lost?
No. Nope, I figured that, he's held the title for long enough now and time to have him do something else. Looks like he's going to be feuding with Nakamura.
So which side of the fence are you on there?
What, Nakamura versus Finn?
Because I know you're a big fan of both those guys.
I got to go with Nakamura.
Really?
Yep.
I think those two have actually faced each other in Japan, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they have. So now they want to do it for the audience in America. So,
see who got the better of the wins out of those.
In little news for you guys here, NHL is expected to approve Las Vegas for an expansion team. Today is NXT star Bayley's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bayley.
WWE looking to bring back former veterans to help with brand split. Andrew Bogut knee. He's ruled out for the entire NBA finals. Already, the NXT Next Takeover in Brooklyn is sold out already.
I'm glad to see that because I was really worried that they were going to end up taking that off the air. But it looks like they're planning on bringing back, from what I'm reading right now, veterans
Yeah.
to help differentiate.
Well, that'd be cool.
Oh.
Reports are that Bobby Lashley has re-signed with TNA Impact. And I think that's about it for you guys this week.
Doesn't say who they. Oh, WWE signs first Chinese wrestler. Bin Wang is coming to the WWE Performance Center, so he will be.
Well, they've signed Nakamura, so they're looking all over the world for the best talent possible. So.
And I think that's kind of what Triple H has been doing these days. I think he's really trying to. I'm still trying to figure out why they called. Well, I don't know, maybe why they called this last pay-per-view, or not even pay-per-view, the end. You know, because it's like, are they just going to stop all these feuds that are going on?
I understand. I think it's that, and it's also the end of the way they were doing NXT, and I think they're going to be trying to do like some new things with it or something. But from what I'm reading, the end pay-per-view was actually just the beginning. And I know it's confusing. I don't know. My guess is it's the end of the feud between Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. So
I find that I always find that like difficult. I don't like seeing the same matches over a million times, but how do you just go and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to win back the title now, so it's time to move on, you know?
Yeah. Well, they had fought enough. I think people were tired of seeing the two of them feuded. I mean, they've been feuding for what, almost a year now, so.
Looks like the NFL is looking at expanding 2 teams outside of the U.S. by 2026 is when they want to have this.
Oh, a couple of England teams, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah. So.
Interesting. Well, I know we don't have NASCAR this week, and I'm putting you on the spot, but can you give us the top 5 NASCAR people right now as of the last race? Give everybody a little NASCAR update as we are slowly winding into the final episode of the season. I always try to come up with something spectacular, and it just feels like we end up ending with this like, wow, now what do we do?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really think of anything spectacular for this season. I just got back from vacation. Hey, that's spectacular. Kyle Busch is currently leading with 417 points and 3 wins. Brad Keselowski, 480 points, 2 wins. Carl Edwards, 472 points, 2 wins. Jimmy Johnson, 441 points, 2 wins. Kevin Harvick, 526 points, 1 win. And let's see, your boy Joey Logano is in 7th place with 455 points, 1 win. And I think that's it for our guys there.
Who do you think WWE is going to call back? Do you have any? Is there any like particular person you want to see come back right now, right off the top of your head that you can think of? To fill out the rosters.
What do you mean come back?
Like who they're thinking about? Like they want to fill out the Raw and the live SmackDown rosters with veterans. Who do you think they would consider? Who's ready to be able to do that kind of stuff?
You mean from NXT?
No, just period. Like, who's not currently with WWE that they want to put into these?
Oh, you mean like somebody they want to sign?
Yeah, that they want to bring back to fill up the roster. Who do you think
I'd love to see the Hardys, Jeff or Matt, but from what I'm reading, that's unlikely.
Jeff has been stated as saying, although I think he's still signed on with TNA.
Yeah.
He has said he wants to end his career with a final match in WWE.
I mean, CM Punk, but I know that's not going to happen.
I got a feeling Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I saw that recently too. That I think he's actually in talks with them.
I think he's going to be, because he's talking about how he wants to make wrestling great again. He's been talking about that and how he wants to help younger talent and stuff now too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I could see him doing like maybe a few matches, but then maybe helping out in NXT or something. So.
Right.
But all right. Well, that's all for me tonight. Gotta go eat some dinner here and get to bed because still got to edit too. So I know I'm a first shifter now. I know I got to get used to going to bed early. So it's coming up on my bedtime.
To think he'd still be working at this point. Oh no, he'll get used to it eventually.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to thank everybody for a wonderful season and give a shout out to some of our other Chris Bull and his neck of the woods and the things he's been doing for Frenzy, and he's been having some health issues, so we hope he gets better and is able to return. Well, if not, we're going to try and work him into some segments maybe in the future, hopefully, if he's up to it. But it's been a heck of a season, everyone, and can't believe this is the final episode. We will have a final recap show for you. But, yeah, your year is done. And thank you, everyone, for just sticking with us through the bugs and technical difficulties and helping us get everything worked out and continuing support and love of the show. We got, let's see, what else we got. I don't want to leave anybody out. Thank you to everybody that is involved in our show. And like I said, Isaac, who'll be helping us out again here soon, hopefully. And Rose, for all you do there, buddy. And so we hope, well, we don't hope. We know we'll be back for season 7, but is this a contract negotiation year for Jamie Rose? Will he be returning to the show?
Yeah, of course I will be. I'll be signing on. I might have the contract right here.
Yeah, you're stuck with us no matter what happens. Anyway, we love you guys all, and thank you for sticking through us through all our nonsense and craziness. And I'm the coach. Be blessed, and I will see you again real soon. That man down there is, as always, my brother,
Jamie Rose. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll see you on the recap show. Probably we'll shoot, Monday? Be ready for you guys Tuesday. So, yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in and enjoying the show. And, again, like Tim said, pardon the bugs, but I think we, knock on wood, I think we finally got the bugs figured out there. So
tossing around some ideas for summer. We might come to you and bring you like an Olympics special. This is Summer Olympics, Rose, so we could do like a couple. We could do a couple of Olympic specials maybe this summer for you guys.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Schedule. So we'll work some things out. You haven't seen the end of us. We'll be posting on the pages and do some fun stuff for you guys throughout the summer. Again, take care, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon.
Go Blue!